Like, we need to support our own people more. You feel me? We need to stand up for the truth when it is not convenient. Because at the end of the day, look, if we don't do it, who's gonna do it? Jesus, the same Jesus Christ we all claim to follow. You feel me? You feel me? He was one of the most radical people on the face of this earth. He didn't care. You feel me? He did the right thing even when he knew it would cost him his life. Why can't we be on that level? Why do we always fear? You feel me? Why do we fear? Burna Boy said this in one of his songs. I think it was Collateral Damage. He said, "My people start to fear too much." He's not lying. We fear too much, especially we black people. You feel me? We always are like, oh, this is gonna happen. Oh, what if this happens? Oh, something. So what? At the end of the day, if you're gonna make a change and it happens, guess what? You're going to benefit millions of people who are going to, be affected by the change you make, by you taking a stand for the right thing, by you deciding to go out there and change things that were wrong in your society or in your, surrounding. You just made life better for a lot of other people. And me personally, that's what I strive to do, you feel me? Like, for the people who know me, on a deeper level, or people who've seen my growth from the time I was a kid to this point, like, I've been through different stages in my life. Like, there are times where I feel like I was losing my mind. There are times where I feel like, everything was going well. There were times where, I didn't know who I was, you feel me? But you see, it's now, now you can say fast forward to after college, after, graduation, whatnot, that I'm actually beginning to form into who I really am. And the truth is, I'm not some get along type of person. I'm not this person that goes along with everything. I'm very anti, everything. I'm a non-conformist. I like to do things my own way. I like to, follow the rules, but I like to follow the rules in my own way, from my own viewpoint, you feel me? I don't like to just settle with the status quo because I don't think that is, the best thing to do. Like, what has that done for any of us, you feel me? The people who went out of their way to defy the status quo are the people who've effected change for us right now, you feel me? Martin Luther, from back in the day, and then even MLK, you feel me? And then you have people like Harriet Tubman, even Rosa Parks, So, like, to me, it's just like, I don't understand why, we tend to believe, the lies and the deception that we've been fed by this society. It's about time we stand up and stop worrying about what people are gonna think or say. You feel me? So yeah, that's just the first part of this video. You feel me? So the second part of this video is gonna be on the issue with kings and queens. When I said the issue with kings and queens, I'm talking about our perceived notion. The way everybody wants to get up and call themselves a king or a queen, but really there's nothing that shows, you feel me? At the end of the day, kings and queens are people who stand out. They're people who have proven through the test of time. They're people who have stood up and put their worth out there to become kings and queens. They're not people who just sat up and said, okay, I'm gonna be a king or I'm gonna be a queen. It doesn't work like that, you feel me? But you see, when you tell people these things, they don't want to hear it, they don't want to listen. Guess what? Me personally, I don't care. You feel me? Because it's the truth. It's about time we get a reality check, you feel me? Because I think everybody's living in a fantasy world and doesn't want to accept reality for what it is. You feel me? So, yeah, like, everybody wants to claim, oh, I'm a king or a queen. But you see, for a society or for like a group of people to be in order, to have structure, there has to be a king, there has to be, the middlemen, you feel me? And then there has to be the peasants, there has to be the servants. Why is it that no one wants to be a servant? Why is it that no one wants to be at the middle? Everybody wants to be at the top. You feel me? How can having that mentality get us anywhere? You ask yourself this question, how is it gonna get us anywhere? It hasn't gotten us anywhere to begin with. So, it's damn sure not gonna get us anywhere now. You feel me, man? Like, man, it's just crazy, you feel me, how things in our world are so backwards and chaotic. But hey, this is the way, the devil wanted it to be, and he's having fun. And the devil's working overtime. The devil doesn't care, you feel me? He wants to take as many people as he can with him to hell. That is why, he's trying to take the souls and lives of many people walking around. This is why you have to be filled with substance. You have to actually know what is going on. And you have to be careful of what you feed yourself with. You just have to be careful in general. Like, me personally, like, I've heard God literally tell me many times this year to be careful, because the truth is, if we're not careful and we slip up and make a mistake, that could be the end of us, you feel me? That could be it. Like, you only have one life. You have to watch the way you live it. You have to take your time and make logical decisions, you feel me? And make strides for yourself. And sometimes you have to do these things without the approval of your family or your so-called friends, because at the end of the day, to be a disciple of Christ, you have to forsake all these things. It's not about them, it's about you. You came into this world by yourself. You will leave by yourself. I said this the other day. So at the end of the day, yes, family is great. Yes, friends are great. But at the end of the day, if you're going to follow the Most High, if you're going to be someone who's set apart, you have to forget about these things. Me personally, that's the mentality I'm adopting. I still love my family, don't get me wrong. I still love my friends, don't get me wrong. I still big up these people who have held me down, all these years. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time too, I love God more. So if I love God more than all these people and all these things, that's where my focus is going to be. And the truth is that there are two different types of paths, you feel me? There's a narrow path and a straight path. The narrow path is the one that is hard to walk on. That is the one that's going to lead you to God, to salvation. And the broad path, the straight path, is basically the highway to hell. That is pretty much what most of us are on. Because we're not aware of it, you feel me? Like, everybody's heading on that path to destruction, and we don't see it, but it's because we've been conditioned and programmed to think that everything is all right and everything is fine and dandy. Well, guess what? The fuck not. The fuck it isn't, you feel me? We're in crazy times, you feel me? It's about time, we learn that we cannot all be at the top, and that some of us are going to have to learn to play our position and shut up. I said this the other day. The problem with us, we people of melanin color, you feel me, is that we talk too much, you feel me? And this is what has messed up our societies. Just talking. Everybody knows everything. Everybody wants to get up and think they're this and that. Why can't people learn to play their position and stay humble and then rise up? In the army, you feel me? You don't start as a general or lieutenant. You have to start as a dozer, you feel me? Shout out to Big Productions, because he likes using that word. As a dozer. And then rise your way up. There's no way you can start as a lieutenant, you feel me? At the workplace, you feel me? You don't start out as the supervisor. You have to start as one of the low-level people and work your way up. Everything has a hierarchy, has a system. You have to follow it. You can't get up and call yourself a this and a that. Like, bruh, it's just too much nonsense going on in our world, you feel me? And I'm sick and tired of it. I'm glad God woke me up in my last year of school, you feel me? Because it's like from then, everything has made sense. I've been able to see things from a different perspective. Before that, I can say I was a Christian and all that, but I wasn't awake, you feel me? It is when God opened my eyes that I saw that, you know what? There's a lot of things that we're doing that we don't realize are wrong, you feel me? Like a lot of, satanic practices and rituals and witchcraft and sorcery and all these demonic things. But you see, the world we live in has made it so normal, so it's like they just think it's normal, like we should all follow it. But enough is enough, you feel me? Enough is enough, you feel me? So yeah, man, I just wanted to come on here and just, speak my mind concerning some of these things and just put this out there, because, bro, like, I think it's about time, we start speaking the truth and give no fucks. Excuse my language, but it is what it is. And to those who support it, fine. The people who won't, cool. You feel me? At the end of the day, I don't care. You feel me? I'm different. I stand apart. I'm not like everybody else, and that is fine. I'm not supposed to be. You feel me? So yeah, man. That's all I got to say today. So that being said, everybody stay blessed, stay up, be careful out here. You feel me? Peace. One love.